started acting like a know-it-all jerk. Kevin kept mimicking Alyssa's actions. Doug and Steve were wearing each other's clothes. Eventually, Jay failed the test because he kept mouthing off to the instructor. Once he failed, he seemed to return to normal. But it wasn't until lunch when Sally showed us Xander's live stream of him surfing in Hawaii that it all came together. How could Xander be in Hawaii and in the cafeteria? We finally realized it was Wishmaker behind everything. We also figured out if the victims failed the test, the spell would be broken. We decided to split up and tackle each problem. Sally would talk to Alyssa about throwing the test. Kevin would mimic her wrong answers, causing him to fail. Alyssa agreed because she had a massive crush on Kevin and wanted him back to normal. Brain decided to warn the principal about Wishmaker. He told the principal how the students were just victims. Hopefully, they would get a second chance at the test. Danny and I confronted Wishmaker. I, as Dogboy, had to deal with Doug and Steve, who wanted to remain in each other's bodies. They took a swing at me. I ducked, then started to tickle them. With Doug and Steve out of the way, Danny approached Wishmaker. I hope Danny had a plan for tricking the genie. Some all-powerful genie you are, said Danny. You can't even help high school students pass a test. Wishmaker used his magic to see that Jay and Kevin had both failed their test and were returning to normal. Only because you interfered, said Wishmaker. Wishmaker pointed towards Doug and Steve. They haven't failed yet. Yes, they have, said Danny. They're here defending you instead of taking the test. They're late, so they've failed. Wishmaker started to look nervous. I can make it so you pass. Danny chuckled a little bit. I'm a star athlete. I don't need to. I don't even need to spell my name right to pass. What about your friends? Said Wishmaker, starting to get even more nervous. Brain doesn't need to take the test. He's already graduated with his doctorate. Sally is in the class taking the test. Wishmaker put one hand on his hip. What about Joe? Danny glanced back at me. I held Steve and Doug at arm's length while they attempted to swipe at me. We'll figure something out, Danny said. I have faith in my friends. That's it, isn't it? You got me when I was at my weakest. I just moved back, and Joe had a new friend, a smarter, better one. I was jealous and scared, but I learned my friends are always there for me, even when it seems like they aren't. That's what your brand of wishes are, fear and hopelessness. After Danny said this, a bottle of Dr. K soda pop appeared on the table. This was a sign that Danny had beat Wishmaker. This bottle of soda would be Wishmaker's new lamp. Danny grabbed the bottle and pointed it at Wishmaker. Get near lamp, you dingy gin. You aren't needed here anymore. The bottle lamp pulled Wishmaker into it like a dust bunny into a vacuum cleaner. He wailed as he became nothing more than smoke. Once he was in the lamp, he vanished in a burst of light off to wherever his next master was. Doug and Steve stopped struggling against me. They looked at each other. "Aw, man," said Steve. "We're back to normal." "Bummer," said Doug. Hey, my uncle knows a mad scientist. Really? That's awesome. The two walked off, debating if a mad scientist could swap their bodies or only turn them into man-flies. I shook my head as Danny joined me. Wow, what a pair, I said. Listen up, students, said the teacher. The students stopped their chattering about summer vacation starting. Apparently, an evil genie was wandering the halls granting wishes. That means all the tests are invalid. You'll have to come back tomorrow and retake it. Everyone, including my friends and I, groaned. I turned to Danny. Is it too late to bring back Wishmaker? He shot me a worried face. I chuckled, then leaned back in my chair. I do feel like we forgot something, though.
Meanwhile, somewhere in Hawaii, Xander stretched out on the beach. The waves made gentle, crashing noises against the shore. The sun slowly dipped beneath the colorful horizon. A group of surfers kept a fire going as one played the ukulele. Xander sighed. Best start to summer vacation ever.